Hello, Cross Watcher. Welcome to the Pisces Cross Watcher only reading. Yes, I did bring these back. I had the insatiable desire to do them. If you're new, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to say, hi, I'm Marlo. If you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So anywho, these are literally love readings that I used to do on my channel back in the day because, you know, I'm messy and I love cross watching. I just think it's amazing. So why not make a whole reading based on it? You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I don't know if it's because of what, Venus is doing and Pisces and all the things, or Pisces new moon or whatever, that just hit me. But I was like, I'm doing these. And then you guys missed them anyway. So anywho, let's go ahead and jump right in. If you're not familiar with how these are done, which you're probably not because I have not done them on my channel in like years, you know what I'm saying? The first 3 cards that come out are about you, cross watcher, because you can be literally any sign. The next 3 cards are about the Pisces person that you're cross watching for. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if you are a Pisces person and you're watching this, then I mean, I guess it would be reversed. Like if you're cross watching yourself, it would just be reversed. You know what I'm saying? You would be where the cross watcher is. But anywho, apply it where it goes. This is general. Anywho, first card out for my cross watchers. Oh, we have the Lovers card. That's Gemini energy. And then we have the Ace of Cuppies in the reverse. Aw. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So what it's looking like, cross watcher, coming into the month of March, there is an emotional disappointment that happened with your Pisces person. And I feel you guys are more or less questioning where it is that you stand with them. And it's almost like, and don't take this the wrong way, but with the Lovers, it's almost like you're wondering, are they going to pick you? Like, are you their person type of deal? Because I feel that because of whatever it is that transpired here, with just not panning out the way that you hoped, you know what I'm saying? It's more or less that I feel that there's like underlying fears that maybe they're seeing someone else, that there's like another person that's taking their attention, or, you know, that they may be potentially non-committal. Because I feel like, and this is just what I'm picking up on intuitively with this Ace of Cups in the reverse here, intuitively, this feels a lot like an epic disappointment type of thing. And that's not from what I'm seeing, because the Ace of Cups reverse is just typically emotional disappointment. But I mean, this is, let me clarify this right quick, because it's typical, just like, you know, something didn't quite pan out the way that you hoped that it would. But intuitively, I'm feeling like it's like heavy almost. Okay. Interesting. So the card that I have that's clarifying it, it's sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Interesting. Okay, what I'm feeling with this dude, it feels almost like suspicion. So that goes back to a lot like what I was saying. It really goes back to your perspective on what's happening because of you guys not knowing what is happening. So you're not really sure if this person is potentially having someone else that's in the mix, or if they went back to an ex or something like that, or if this person just doesn't like care about you as much as you may care about them, because you don't necessarily see that reciprocated. So with this Two of Pentacles, you're weighing your options on how it is that you want to move forward with this person, if at all, you know. But I feel more or less it's kind of like every time you try to kind of step away from this person, you still get sucked back into it. And this sounds a lot like the Pisces reading I just did. I did another Pisces reading right before this one, but it sounds a lot like that. It's like every time you it feels like a freaking song. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. It's kind of like that vibe. It's like every time you try to walk away, you keep getting sucked back in. So you're kind of more or less like weighing your options on what to do from here, you know? But I do feel that there's a heavy insecurity in reference to your person. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really know where their head is at, and if there's something else going on that you don't know about. Now, going into your Pisces person's energy, this is weird. First card we have is the Page of Swords. This stalking thing God, this is so much like the Pisces reading I did before this. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, child. Really? All of the court cards? Then we have the King of Cups. Dude, your person's hilarious. So this is literally reminding me of the Pisces reading I did before this, which is so ironic. I'm posting on my membership platforms because legit, y'all, I have not done this spread in so long that I totally forgot my own setup of how I used to do these. I was like, oh yeah, like I recorded that whole reading and I'm talking to Pisces, and I didn't realize until after I turned the camera off, I was like, I'm not talking to Pisces. I'm talking to someone cross-watching a Pisces. And I was like, if I freaking put this up, this is going to confuse everyone. So I'm just letting my members watch it. But, and I was like, let me re-record this the right way. Cause I'm like, girl, what are you doing? But anyway, but this is reminding me a lot of what it is I was seeing over there. And those of you guys who saw it already, you know exactly what I'm saying. But it's the whole thing with the person, the Pisces person that you guys are cross-watching for, is this whole thing with them where there's like FOMO happening. It's like there's a repeated pattern of them kind of doing the same thing over and over again. But it's like this person is keeping an eye on you, and it's like they always show up. Like that's why I'm laughing, because I'm looking at the sunglasses card and it's talking about watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. That's everything that I would be seeing between this Ace of Cups and this Page of Swords, because it's more or less, in one sense, everything this person is doing and saying, it feels like they love me, they care about me, they totally want to be with me. But it's like in that same breath, they do, like, to the same extreme that they do really great things, it's to the same extreme that they do stuff that makes you feel insecure in the connection, not in yourself, but in the connection. It makes you feel like, you know, do they even really care about me? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a level of like self-centeredness, I would have to say, especially with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. And that also speaks of, oh wow, and that's a whole, I just realized they got a king and a queen. That is so weird. Damn, this is just like that Pisces. I guess that's the message that's supposed to come out, because this is just like the reading I did where I was saying Pisces as opposed to cross watcher. This is the same kind of thing that I'm seeing, because I was getting kind of like soulmate, twin flamey, karmic partner-ish kind of vibes. Well, not karmic partner in like the twin flame sense, but like the fact that you guys have like past life, you know, connections and things of the sort. But it's the same thing here. But it's like with this person, though, there is a level of gaslighting, because it's almost like how it is that they behave towards you. You would think, oh, okay, so this is saying like, this is us. Like we're together, we're moving forward, right? But then when the behavior shifts and changes, it's like, well, I never said, you know, it's like, oh, you know, we went out this weekend and then the next weekend. So you're assuming that the third weekend, you guys are going to go out together. And it's like, well, I never said that. It's like, just because we went out for the last 2 weekends doesn't mean that we're going to go out this weekend. Like, I have stuff to do. I never promised you that. And you're looking like, well, I mean, we did it 2 weeks in a row. I thought this was the type of time that we were on, type of deal. So it's like, it's a gaslighting in that sense, to where you literally feel like, what the F? You know, like, what are we even doing at this point? But at the same time, it's like this person is watching what you're doing. They're, you know, keeping communication with you. It may not be consistent, but it's almost like when they feel the distance between the two of you, it's like they're always kind of coming back in. So, and this is really strange, what I'm about to say. It's like, of course, it's almost like they're watching your social media, but God forbid, if you put something in your story, if you put something like a post up on Instagram or a TikTok or something that seemingly alluded to the fact that you were moving forward or you were seeing someone else, they would like immediately contact you, is the vibe that I'm getting. And it's more or less with this King of Cups, it's like, you know, they're going to nurture you and spend time with you and like, you know, do all of the things. And it's like you end up falling back into it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like that's the pattern that I'm seeing. So with the Two of Pentacles, I feel for you guys, it's a little different than the energy I picked up in the first Pisces reading that I did. And I'm saying Pisces because it literally was a Pisces reading because I kept saying it. But like the thing I'm feeling that's similar with between the two, but vastly different from the one I did prior to this, like the person who was in the position of the cross watcher, right? Like they were pretty much hell bent on like this is it. Like I'm finished with this type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But with you guys, I feel like you're still kind of on the fence, because I feel like there's a part of you that says, I know that they care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because if they didn't care, why would they keep reaching out type of deal? But it's like, at the same time, what they're doing isn't right either, because it's like, ish or get off the pot. It's like, it's this cat and mouse game. Like it's a continuous back and forth to where they're not really making a final choice. So it really goes back to like, where you guys would want to be with this person. Like, and I'm just saying, for what it is that I'm seeing, at least in the month of March, dude, it's like this is their pattern. You know what I'm saying? Because they're very self-focused and self-centered, like legit. Like they love themselves. Like they matter to themselves. Like what's going on with them matters to themselves. But at the same time, it's like they care about you too, but it's not a reciprocity there, because it's like the only reason why you're reaching out to me is because I pulled back, and that's what's not fair. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the thing that they need to do is legit make a decision on whether, I'm saying they need to make a decision, but it really ain't about them. It's really about you. It's about the fact of like, as you're weighing your options, it's like, is this what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a type of situation that you want to be in? Like, would you, if this is how this, and I tell this to my clients a lot, it's like, if how this person has been up to this point, if they were to remain this way for the foreseeable future and never ever change, and the connection between the two of you would forever look like this, are you okay with that? Do you feel like you could function being in a connection like this? You feel what I'm saying? Where it's always going to be like your feet are never on the ground. Things are going to be really, really good at one moment, and then they're going to go like, to shit the next, where it's like you're constantly like in limbo almost, because it's like, I know that they care, but they do things that make me feel like there's something else going on. But then I know that they care, but then I'm not really sure. It's like that inconsistency. And that would rob anyone of, peace. But it's about, is that really what you see for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. More with the watching. Next card that we have, and this is me looking at the energy between the two of you, where this is going and whatnot. We have the Emperor, that's Aries energy. Then we have the Ace of Swords and the reverse child. Then we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Swords and the reverse. So here's the thing, man. How this is looking, at least for this month, how this is panning out moving forward. It's this person, them with the watching thing. It's like, it's almost like how can I say this? It's almost like this person like gets off on self-control, if I could say it that way. So it's kind of like a person who's anal retentive, right? And I was saying, like with the other Pisces reading, I'm like, it's a person who's like potentially type A personality, to where it's like they're very business oriented, they're very strategic, like there's a plan. You know what I'm saying? Their house or their apartment is like pristine and neat, like t-shirts are ironed and folded in the drawers type of deal. His watches are lined up, like stuff like that. And it's almost like him being someone, and this is literally what I'm picking up intuitively, like this is like a dude who listens to like motivational videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like very strategic about doing things. And he may have a past with addiction. This is literally stuff I'm channeling, y'all. He may have a past with addiction, and if he left that stuff alone, it's like his whole thing now is like trying to like be really into the gym or really into eating healthy and almost like suppressing himself. And I think it's because it's like he understands his addictive tendencies to the point where it's all or nothing. Because, child, look, they got me just telling all this man business. But it's like he understands his addictive tendencies, and it's all or nothing for him. He doesn't trust himself to fraternize at like 0 point, like the middle of the two extremes. Like he can't do things a little, because a little instantly becomes a lot. So he's very fixated on this whole self-control type of thing. And I feel that's a lot of what's motivating how it is that he behaves with you, because it's this thought of him admiring you from a distance. Because like I said, it's like he gets off on like self-denial. It's like him telling himself no and holding back and like yearning for things does something for him. It's a little masochistic, just a smidget, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case, it's like he enjoys things being that way, but he doesn't want you to go away either. And here's the thing, you're a human being, you're a person. Do I necessarily think one should volunteer to be, you know, an actor in someone else's play of their own pathology? I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? But this is your life. But what I'm seeing with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, as well as with the Six of Swords in the reverse, in order for things to shift and change, he or her, whatever we're talking about, I'm picking up on masculine energy, but I mean, this could be a chick too. But it's like, in order for this to change, they would have to be the ones that have a mental breakthrough. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like they're bound by their own pathology. And I was saying the same thing in the other Pisces reading. It's like how this person's life is controlled by their own personal demons. Like they're not doing what they want to do every day. They're doing like what they feel that they have to do type of deal. But with the Six of Swords and the reverse, it's like there isn't any movement forward. It's like that constant up and down. And I'm not saying this is forever. This is just in the month of March. But for what I'm seeing for the month of March, I don't see things really shifting or changing. Oh, child. I don't, the fact that flew out, I don't see things shifting or changing with this person right now, at least. Because there needs to be an aha moment with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they have to free themselves from these chains that they've put on themselves, in so many words. Like they have to make a decision to more or less meet you halfway, because the way that it kind of looks to me is that the relationship is more about them and with like how they maneuver. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're in control of how the relationship goes. Like when you guys see each other, when you guys communicate and stuff like that. And with it being very up and down up to this point, the Six of Swords is telling me it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future, but they're still going to be keeping eyes on you and keeping tabs, and you're going to be consistently disappointed. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the Oracle cards that came out, and this is like literally my old deck back in the day, I took and put all of my Doreen cards together. So this says, be willing to forgive. And it says, ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. And that's the thing I'm saying, dude. It's like, I don't really see this being someone new per se. Like, I don't see it in the narrative of like, this is someone new and you guys are kind of projecting onto this person. I don't really feel that vibe. But I would feel this more in the sense of this is triggering for you guys. Like if you've been through something similar to this before, or you've had several situations prior to this, my cross watcher person, it's like I think there's a need to forgive yourself in reference to past stuff, or even to this. Like if you did make the decision ultimately to walk away from this particular situation, there's a need to be willing to forgive yourself, you know? I would not go as far to say, because I just feel like that would be me perpetuating toxicity. I would not go as far as to say to forgive this person. Not saying that you shouldn't forgive people. You should totally forgive people, because forgiveness is, of course, for yourself. but I wouldn't say forgiving in the sense of saying like, oh, this is just how you are and this is okay. And you keep kind of perpetuating the cycle. You feel what I'm saying? Because even looking at the bottom of y'all's deck, the energy between the two of you guys, while this stuff is happening, is the Five of Wands in the reverse, and there's still this consistent theme of this person watching you, which is so weird. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like with them, they have a fear of you moving on to be with someone else. So it's like they're back and forth, touch and go. But that also says to me, it's like a part of them is conscious or aware that they could be closer or they could do better, but there's some reason as to why they're not, but they don't want you to go in the same regard. You feel what I'm saying? So I say all of that to say it's an inner conflict with them, and be willing to forgive that person for being who or how they are. You know what I'm saying? Whether you stay or you go, don't allow it to become like your problem, because I feel what's really going on with them, it really doesn't have much to do with you other than how it's affecting you, if that's making sense. The next card that you guys have is let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, child, maybe you need to talk to the homegirls or something to give you some insight on this, because I don't want to give you guys my opinion because it's neither here nor there. Love relationships are complicated, you know, so I don't want to tell you what to do. But it's like, in some sense or another, what I'm seeing with this person, they care, they don't want you to go, but it's just more or less a question on how long you're willing to cope with this. But the thing I can tell you is in the month of March, I don't really see their behavioral pattern changing. It's just if you decide to pull back, they're going to, you know, come closer, if that makes sense. So anywho, that has been your Cross Watchers Only reading. Let me know what you think in the comments. I bought them back because y'all wanted them back. But I love your face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.